Have you ever felt that horrible, sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when you realize you've judged a situation completely wrong? That wave of shame that washes over you when you find out the person you were whispering about was actually navigating an unspeakable tragedy. Right now, the staff behind the scenes of the Kelly Clarkson show are reportedly feeling that exact awful emotion. They are, in the words of one source, feeling like expletive. And honestly, hearing the full story, you can understand why. This isn't just office gossip. This is a powerful, heartbreaking story about how quickly we can make things all about us when we're scared, and the devastating truth that we simply never know the private battles people are fighting behind closed doors. For months, the set of Kelly's show, usually known for its upbeat, joyful energy, was reportedly thick with tension, fear, and rumors. Kelly, the 43-year-old American Idol icon and queen of relatable daytime TV, was suddenly different. The source who spoke to the Daily Mail painted a picture of a workplace in quiet panic. Kelly, the leader of the pack, the woman whose infectious laugh fills the studio, had grown distant. She was unmotivated. Then she was gone. For 10 full days of filming, Kelly Clarkson was absent. The official line given to the scrambling staff was that she was dealing with a family emergency. In the world of television, family emergency is a vague, terrifying phrase. It could mean anything. But when it's combined with a boss who already seems to be pulling away, the staff did what most of us would probably do. They started to panic about their jobs. It was just such a difference from how she had been before, the staffer explained. It was hard for people to not take it personally. Like, what did we do to suddenly be ignored like this? It's so relatable, isn't it? We tie so much of our security to our work. When our leader seems checked out, we don't default to compassion, we default to fear. What does this mean for me? That fear was gasoline on an already burning fire. The media rumor mill kicked into high gear, and one name kept popping up: Hoda Kotb. Speculation was rampant that Kelly was going to quit the show and be replaced. On set, this wasn't just celebrity gossip, it was a potential pink slip. We were seeing speculation in the media that Kelly was going to quit and be replaced by Hoda Kotb, the insider shared. So we were all looking for other jobs. We forwarded job postings to each other, networked for each other. A lot of people were ready to bolt. They were scrambling to find lifeboats, convinced the shit was sinking. Guest hosts like Brooke Shields and Josh Groban were brought in to fill Kelly's chair, and every new face must have felt like another nail in the coffin of their job security. They felt ignored. They felt disposable. They judged the situation based on the only facts they had. And then, the truth came out. And it was a truth so devastating, so profoundly heartbreaking, that it puts all that office panic into painful perspective. Kelly Clarkson wasn't ignoring her staff. She wasn't unmotivated. She wasn't planning to leave them in the dust. She was privately, silently, and surely in agonizing pain, dealing with the cancer battle of her ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock. Let that sink in for a moment. While her staff was whispering, worrying about their next paycheck, and feeling personally slighted, Kelly was watching the father of her 2 children fight for his life. The divorce from Blackstock in 2022 was famously difficult in public. But a messy divorce doesn't just sever a human connection, especially when children are involved. Their daughter, River Rose, is 11, and their son, Remington Alexander, is 9. Kelly wasn't just a distant boss, she was a mother trying to hold it all together for her kids. Then, the family emergency made horrifying sense. In early August, Brandon Blackstock died. Just 1 day earlier, Kelly had abruptly canceled the remainder of her Las Vegas residency. It wasn't a diva move. It was a mother's desperate act to get home, to wrap her arms around her children as they prepared to navigate the impossible, losing their dad. Can you even begin to imagine the sheer, crushing weight she was carrying? Imagine trying to smile for a camera, to sing an upbeat Kellyoke segment, or to interview a celebrity about their new movie, all while knowing this tragedy was unfolding in your real life. Imagine the strength it took to just show up at all, let alone try to lead a team. For the staff, this news wasn't just a revelation. It was a gut punch. Suddenly, it was all clear to everyone, and boy, did we feel like expletive, the source confessed. The guilt is palpable. We judged Kelly too soon, the insider continued. We didn't see what she was going through. We made it all about us. It just goes to show that you should never jump to conclusions. You just never know. It's the last 4 words that hit the hardest. You just never know. How many times have we done this in our own lives? Judged the curt cashier without knowing she just came from a loved one's hospital bed. Snapped at the slow driver, not knowing they just received terrible news. Sidelined a coworker for being distant, not realizing they were crumbling inside. The staff at the Kelly Clarkson show just learned this lesson in the most public and painful way possible. They weren't malicious, they were human, they were scared, and now they are deeply regretful. The good news? Healing seems to have begun, in more ways than one. Kelly has not discussed the family's loss publicly, and she has every right to that privacy. She is, however, finding her way back. She's appearing as a coach on the current season 29 of The Voice, and back on her own talk show set. The light is reportedly returning. The atmosphere of fear and gossip has been replaced by what is likely a profound new wave of empathy and respect. She's so much more talkative again, the source shared, a clear note of relief in their words. She'll stop by our desks and make conversation, ask about family members, gossip, and make jokes. It's a beautiful image. After weathering a storm none of them could have imagined, the fog is lifting. It's like the old Kelly is back again. She has been dearly missed. This story went from being typical, catty Hollywood gossip to a profound lesson in humanity. It's a raw reminder that the people we see on our screens, the bosses we work for, and the strangers we pass on the street are all carrying invisible loads. Kelly Clarkson has always built her brand on being authentic. For the last year, she was forced to be authentically broken in private, putting on a brave face for the world. Now, as she and her children find their new normal, her work family seems to have found a new perspective, one built less on fear and more on compassion. And that's a lesson we could all stand to be reminded of.